Yeah, I'm ready. Sorry, I had to burp and it was real nasty.
Well, that was talked. That was said out loud. Oh, and there's a little icon saying
Okay.
which one's which, and I don't like that, but whatever. Can't do anything about that now. Hello and welcome to Taking a Springpeek number 11. I am Michael, the host and DM of our little D&D game, and with me today we have Calli and Jer. Hello, both of you.
Hello.
Hello.
How are you tonight?
I'm good, God. How are you?
Oh, you know, I'm being God and stuff. It is what it is. Sometimes you're just a god.
Sometimes
Yeah.
you just become a god.
Sometimes you just
Weird.
become a god.
It's tough to be a god.
Yeah, it is tough to be a god. It is true. So we're gonna start off strong with a very important question. Calli, Jer, what fan fiction genre best describes your character?
Oh,
That's the
gosh.
question you chose.
Yep, that's the question.
Oh, goodness.
Hmm.
I have a stupid question. What are the fanfiction?
Oh, you have like, you know, genres like yeah, friendship, romance, action, adventure, hurt, comfort, the general kind of things.
Probably
Fantasy.
adventure.
I mean, I wouldn't really say fantasy. That's kind of a given.
So there's like angst,
Yeah.
time travel.
Exactly.
Here's the thing. I haven't read fanfiction since I was like a wee lad.
Comedy is also a genre. You're correct. I could actually pull up fanfiction.net. Let me go to literally anything. Italia, sure, why not? Genre. We've got adventure, angst, crime, drama, family, fantasy, friendship, general, horror, humor, hurt, comfort, mystery, parody, poetry, romance, sci-fi, spiritual, supernatural, suspense, tragedy, and western.
Well, for Kashana, I feel like she would be a self-insert because she just fucking puts herself wherever she pleases and makes herself the main character no matter where she goes.
Of course. That makes a lot of sense.
I don't know. I feel like Lore's maybe like adventure comedy, even maybe, because he's just there for the ride, there for the trip,
Right.
having a grand old time, a little silly, a little crazy.
Nothing bad happening there, right?
Nope. Nothing bad ever happens to Lore.
It's true. Nothing bad has ever happened. Not once. Not once at all. I mean, I can't name anything. Calli, can you name any bad things that have happened to Lore? I can only name the good things.
Yep, there's only been good things. Let's move on.
Yep, moving on. Moving on as I drop my fidget cube from my book. Because
Yep,
I was
I
using
heard
it
that.
as a bookmark.
Yep, heard that.
So we have a lot to cover since there have been a number of sessions. So let's just immediately jump into one at a time with the banner. We got
Yes.
banner from session 28.
Oh god, this is so long ago.
the very gay blushing from when Velky asked Onates to sleep with him in a very normal way.
Yeah, I'm like,
the
you gotta
most
remind me
roundabout.
the banners. look
The
like.
banner
I don't have them
is
pulled up.
Onates and Velky blushing, the one where it's the split.
This
Yeah.
episode was just JoJo's Bizarre Adventure roundabout.
My favorite part of the banner, and I can just share it directly to you, Jer. Can you see your own personal DMs?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, I'm just going to share the one we're currently looking at so you can know what we're looking at.
Thank you, Michael. I'm sorry I'm not in the stream. I
it's
don't
fine.
want to jinx my computer
No, you're good.
crashing. Okay.
There you
What
go.
we can't-
Yeah, this is so cute.
Yeah, I love the color switch. I love the pink and the yellow. It's really nice. And just the general blushing, really well done. Onates' blush is great. Yeah.
I just love the whole design. Mel always does such a good job, but like
Kind of.
the look of confusion on both of their faces too is very well conveyed. Of like, what the fuck do either of us mean?
Yeah, and like you can
Yeah.
really tell Sorry, I'd lost my train of thought there. What I was meant to say was this one really accentuates the fact that Velky hides his face, and the next time we get to see a Velky banner, we might get to not see his face hidden. You know that word?
You mean actually see his face?
Yeah, actually see his face.
Love that. Show this boy's face.
Yeah,
Let
that
this boy
thing.
have a face.
He does have a face. It's a very pretty face. But yeah.
Yes.
So, where's that button? There it is. Okay. So anyway, that session started off basically after you guys had killed a whole lot of gnolls. I don't think Lore ended up getting his
No,
horn.
the horn got broken because the group said fuck that shit.
Yep, that's definitely what happened. But Velky called Onates out on not really being himself, and I know everyone kind of had that big talk about Onates is Onates. What are Kashana and Lore's? Yeah, it was Zin. It was Zin who broke the horn, not the group. Just Zin. Zin specifically decided to break it.
Mm-hmm.
How are Kashana and Lore kind of feeling about Onates' whole split personality changes when he's fighting?
Well, Jerry, you can go first because my answer is very simple.
I'm like, you can go if you want. I thought you were gonna answer. That's why I paused, just because I heard you like take a breath in. So I'm like, well, I won't say anything because I know Calli's got something to say.
We're just two gays that are trying to communicate. But no, you go.
Oh, just like that banner.
Get so dirty. I think it honestly kind of confuses Laura a little bit. Like he doesn't fully understand it, and I don't think he's fully realized this is happening. But it's definitely like a different side of Onates that he hasn't seen, and so it's like a little scary. But also, it like I don't know. I think it's just kind of confusing to him.
No, that's fair.
Like
that's fair.
I think I said I didn't really notice it happening until recently.
Mm-hmm. You didn't notice it until recently?
Yeah. I didn't notice it
like
until,
how
this
recently?
episode. Till he goes like sicko mode.
Oh, really? That's interesting.
Yeah, I didn't know this was a thing.
Huh.
I'm sorry, when I said that I had only noticed recent-ish to that episode, I was lying. I didn't know it was a thing until that happened. I did not notice you making Onates and / Rose roll. I didn't notice this.
Huh. Well, that's totally fine. No, I mean, like, we did bring it up. I mean, I kept making her roll, and yeah, as Mel says in the chat, it hasn't happened as much recently, and it kind of just got over and done with. This is the first time when it's been like super long, because of, well, the fact that Onates has kind of been leaning more into the whole thing. I've kind of been like, well, now are you trying to fight it, or are you kind of leaning into it? Because if you're leaning into it, then it's going to last longer. And Rose decided, nah, Onates is leading into it, so yeah.
I would I would say for Kashana, she's not like surprised because she has noticed, but she hasn't really given a shit. Like she's just like kind of figured it's something going on, but is like that's just another side of Onates, and is like whatever, I don't really give a shit. I think if it got to a point where it got in her way, she would have had more to say and would have more to say. But for her, Onates is just Onates, no matter what.
Right.
He could be fucking throwing a fit, or be the nicest person that day, and she doesn't care. She's like,
right.
You're just being you.
Interesting. Okay, that's good to know. I guess we'll see how it develops, and if it does end up gaining Kashana's way at all. Hopefully it doesn't.
Even that though would just be Onates being Onates.
That's fair. Onates does be an Onates every now and then, you know. But yeah, no, that's been happening. It's been happening the whole time, actually.
They tell
Though
me.
it isn't always super prominent, though it was point of contention when everyone first got to Arden Path and they wanted to interrogate the Voidwalker, and it ended up not happening because Ontes kind of just killed the guy. But yeah, no, it only happens with
remember that.
humanoids, so when you fight a lot of
I know,
demon blighter animals, it doesn't come up.
Yeah, no, I do know that because I know it was pointed out. See, okay, not change my answer, but I want to like revise it a little bit. I think that's why Lore would be kind of confused about it, is because more than often Anastace is like trying to like peacekeep a bit. Not that he succeeds every single time, and not that that's his like all like constant motive, but I think for the most part he tries to do things peacefully. He's a lot more like for the group and for people, and like with even just like getting clout and stuff. He like wants to improve things. And so I think when he does stuff like that, it just doesn't make sense to his character, like to Anastace, in that moment. I mean, like I understand it from like behind the scenes player kind of standpoint, but I mean, my goober little ferret probably doesn't get that.
Right.
That makes sense.
No, yeah, that makes sense. That makes total sense. Yeah, absolutely.
Cool.
That was also when you guys got your new horse.
Ah, yes.
How are you all feeling about your new horse?
We're moving faster.
You are moving a
love
little
her.
bit faster.
I would love them. I don't remember what that horse's gender is. I'm not gonna misgender a horse.
I think the new horse was male. The old horse was female.
Yeah, I know Applebee is female, but I wasn't
Yeah.
sure about.
Again,
Applebee
I let you
stuff.
guys decide your horse's stuff.
I don't know. Mel would know for sure. Mel is the horse keeper.
Horse
I have it written
whisperer.
down in my notes.
Yeah.
I don't think I've even written down that we got a new horse in my notes. I'm pretty sure that I didn't care at that time. I was like, yeah, okay.
No,
cool.
at that time you kind of had something else going on. Kashana, you drink some blight juice.
Oh, my God.
Because of a little bit of contention with Velky, as Velky gave your name at the border.
Aren't you skipping some things?
I mean, my notes are a little out of order here. I got Velky called out Anastace, got a new horse, won 3 medals, but that technically happened after Kashana drank blight juice. All.
Shit. Yeah, okay, go on.
So Velky gave Kashana's name at the border. Kashana wasn't too happy about that now, was she?
No, she was not. Not, and I can't blame the group, and because the thing is, like, Kashana never like said, "Oh, hey, don't give my name out."
Right.
She just was like, "Y'all just kind of go and roll with it." She didn't ever just plainly state it.
Right.
So yeah, she wasn't too happy. Michael's fiddling with things, I see now.
Yeah, and it kind of messed up suddenly. Okay, we're just going to shut that down.
Do you need a minute, God? God, do you need a minute?
Need to remember how to fix that. Well, I didn't like that it has your guys' names down below, but I can't seem to get rid of that. Ooh, that's not right at all. But no, so you talked about your past a little bit then afterwards to kind of reconcile the situation. Does that kind of mean that Kashana now trusts the party a lot more, or is that more of a I kind of need to tell you?
I would say it was a little bit of both. I don't think she would have told them under any other circumstance other than she needed to. Even though she has learned to trust them over the short time they've been together. Mostly with Lore, like, I think if that circumstance hadn't come up, she would have told Lore first about everything.
Right.
Well,
Okay, let's talk about that a little bit. How's the relationship going between the two?
God's trying to distract us.
I'm like, I think it's going good, but I know
think
at
so.
the border city we were a little shaky, a little rocky there for a hot sec.
Mm-hmm.
But it was definitely out of like Kashana does not understand what she's getting into, or what she's doing, and Lore, for once, actually does know more than she does, and was out of concern, but he got very angry about it.
Yeah.
I think it's all resolved, though, is the thing, because...
Oh, it's fine now.
Yeah, because later on with everything, I think they're in a definitely better place, and it's weird for Kashana to be in a relationship, to have somebody she actually fucking gives a shit about. So for her, this is whole new territory.
Right. No, that's fair. Has Lore been in any relationships before Kashana?
Probably not.
No.
I don't think he's very interested in it. Like, I don't think it wasn't like on his radar or whatever. I think he just honestly wasn't that like into it. But now he's just like, not that he's not into it, but like, I mean, like, I don't think it was on his radar before, and now he's like chilling with these people, and he's like, I don't know, live a little.
It wasn't something that he needed or wanted, but it's something that popped up.
Yeah, you gotta,
yeah, sorry,
gotta
I
give it a
was gonna
chance.
say something, but I completely just like blanked, and that,
No, yeah.
that's okay. I'm like, I had it worded different than that, and then it was just like out of my mind, and I was like, oh, shit, oh no, there it goes.
Yeah, I don't know how their relationship will continue on from here, but I'm excited to see how it goes, and I think it'll be a good thing for Kashana as a character. To help her expand herself.
I think it'll also be a good thing for Laura to get him, I don't know, live a little.
Live a little.
I mean, he lives a lot.
He
whatever he
lives
wants, all the time.
Oh, he is always living. Yeah, so Lore did not like that Velky decided to just drink all the blight juice. Velky,
Wait,
sorry,
Velky?
Kashana. I meant to say Kashana.
Damn, Velky drank all the blight juice?
I would love to see what would happen if Velky did that.
Oh no.
I mean, same thing that happens to everybody.
Well, no, I know what would physically happen, but I mean, like, the circumstances behind
Mentally.
him drinking.
Man.
Yeah, like, what would drive him to chug a thing of blight juice?
I don't know. We'll have to ask Mel what would drive Velky to drink blight juice.
Well, and I was just thinking about what it would do to him mentally to have to then deal with that shit. Like, to actually... If Kashana and Velky had switched places and he had gone through what Kashana had, I wonder what he would be... where he would be at mentally right now, because that's a lot.
It is a lot.
Yeah.
How is Kashana doing after living... I guess not living, but more experiencing about 25 years in a single night?
She's got a lot on her mind
like
that she's not
pregnant.
showing. She sounds like she's pregnant.
Yeah, she's talking like she's pregnant.
Literally rolls up to places like, I'm eating for 2 now. And it's like, stop. You're not eating for 2.
The second soul is not feeding.
Yeah, it's
well,
not enough work.
That's gotta feel
that's a
really
fun-
awkward for Lore.
That, yeah, poor
Laura's
Lord.
just like, quit it. Not pregnant!
I didn't do anything. Just Lore screaming. But no, she feels like a new sense of obligation. Like, she's never felt like she's had to protect somebody or something before. It's always been like, my parents can handle themselves, or I don't really care about this person that I'm acquainted with. Whatever happens, happens. You are responsible for yourself.
Mm-hmm.
So she's always just lived with this, I'm responsible for who I am and what I'm doing and my own self. And now that she is a vessel to another soul and feels that connection with it, she's confused about what the fuck does she do now, because she can't just do whatever she wants. It's not just her.
Right.
In a different way than with the group, you know?
Yeah.
If something physically happens to her, then she doesn't know what would happen to the soul. She has a feeling, but she doesn't know. And she wants to, like, protect it.
That makes sense. I mean, yeah, of course you'd want to protect it, especially when you don't fully know what's going to happen. Because, I mean, like, out of the game, we know the results, but she doesn't know the results.
Mm-mm.
She doesn't know what caused it, why, how, or any of that stuff. It just is now there. So she just kind of has to live with it.
Yeah.
Or research.
Yeah. So that's the thing, is she's feeling very much like that's why she wants to be stronger, and why she didn't go and fight more beasties is she knew she was squishy and knew there was no way for her to keep going without putting herself and this soul in danger.
Do you kind of consider her less squishy now?
Oh, she's still so squishy.
On a technical standpoint, if the standpoint is how easy it is to die, I mean, a lot harder for her to die now.
Not to her or I, like in her mind and in my mind, we are still one person that is now just holding on to somebody else and is like we're like the bodyguard for something else, and we're like, ah, fuck, okay, if something happens to me, this is fucked, so we need to just put on all the armor, and here I need this, and we're just gonna throw
you're
up
now
all the
like 3
spells.
men and a baby.
Yeah. We're like, I need all the cushioning, I need some safety precautions, I need this pot helmet just in case.
This pot helmet. Oh,
Yeah,
pot.
just-
Oh, like a helmet made from a pot.
Yeah, like kind of Gilla had, you know, with the
Yeah. No, I definitely
you
thought you meant
thinking?
like a helmet of pot or for pot.
well,
Check out
we
my
might
check out
need
my
to get
sick
high.
weed helmet.
Yeah, that's what I thought you meant.
For me
I
to
need
calm
my
down,
pot
you know,
helmet.
puff.
This is my helmet I always wear when I toke.
Where's the druid of the
What are you
of
talking
the
about?
group?
I've always had this helmet. Yes, it is made of weed. No, I will not be taking any more questions.
Oh, jeez. Oh, jeez.
Glad we covered that.
Yep.
But going back to that, how does Kashana how do you think Kashana will feel if she ends up back in Risen, as a place where she saw a lot of time pass?
I think it would be very hard for her. I feel like it's already in the back of her mind, but when they get there, if they go back there, her thought would be to be like, I need to find his family. I need to find like somebody related to this guy. I need to talk to somebody. I
Right.
think the other thought for her is, what about the other soul? What about the woman he loved that died?
Mm-hmm.
Where's her soul? Is her soul somewhere stuck in a fucking bottle? Do we need to go get it? Do I need to? Now her mind will be racing, and it has already started that process of, well, if these are all people's souls, what are we doing with them?
Apparently,
Is there an end game? Is there an end goal? What does the church do with these? Do they just collect dust? What are we doing?
I mean, apparently the where they go is just in the basement.
Yeah, which honestly to her bothers her. In her mind now, these two people that tried to be together and died for it are forever separated.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And they're not reaching a place of rest.
Well, I guess you're gonna have to take a look at that then. I'm curious to see where that, where that kind of line of thought is gonna head for her. Yeah.
Yeah. She's got a lot going on.
Need to talk to Velky.
I actually will be talking to Velky.
Ooh.
Yep. Get ready there, Mel.
That's exciting. That's very exciting. Has it put you guys off at all on possibly drinking more?
I think Laura started taking actual notes on it, which she hasn't done yet. He's a really shitty researcher.
That's mean. He's not a shitty researcher. You know, just sometimes you don't get everything from your parents.
Well, I feel like it's one of those things where he's a researcher by association, like by proxy. If he is actually a researcher, debatable. But I think he's definitely like mirrored his parents and watches his parents and knows that he's supposed. That's like not like makes it sound so childish. Like he knows that he should be taking notes on this stuff, and this is at least something worth for in his mind.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like they might have actually found something out interesting, and so I think he's seen enough of his parents do stuff like this that he's just like, all right, it's time to actually be a good researcher.
And take notes. As long as you take notes, then it's actual science.
Yep. Other than that, it's just fucking around.
I was saying to Mel and Callie that if the party really just wanted to like stock up on the one-ups, that you just need to look through the church notes and find any babies that died.
I still can't believe you're saying this.
And just
to
drink
me.
those ones. Yeah. That's all you need to do.
Don't love that, but thanks, Michael.
You're welcome.
Yeah, thanks God.
I'm glad I could help.
Yeah, I needed that.
Yep.
Cool.
So
I didn't need that. Thank you.
Could have gone without that.
I mean, they're not using them, so
It's okay, guys. I know where he lives. I know where he sleeps at night, so.
Give him a good old bonk for everybody.
I will.
So, before we move on to the next session-y, any questions for me about this past little bit?
Do you feel bad about having to, like, say the words you said?
Which ones?
The one about the babies.
Not at all.
I think you should, maybe.
They're fictional. And I'm joking.
We know you're joking.
And,
oh boy, did
I
you
mean-
ever say it.
And
yeah,
I
we're
mean,
not actually that upset about it. I just can't believe those words came out of your mouth.
Usually I'm the dark one.
I mean, okay, if you want, you could find 5-year-olds.
Somehow that's
Not,
worse.
it's not better.
Like, the idea is that you get the one-ups without having to sleep for years. Yeah, I did mess up some information there, Mel. Thank you. I just got that as you typed it. Yeah, no, if you drink the babies, then you don't have to spend 25 years.
Oh my god, Michael, just shut up.
So just 5 years.
Just 5
Ay,
years
ay,
or
ay.
less, depending. Maybe it's good for them. Yeah.
It's not.
I guess
Really not
I do
good.
have an actual question.
Okay.
You had prepared for the blight juice to eventually be drank.
The exact
I've asked-
moment. Yeah.
Yeah.
I prepared for it the exact moment that Lore said, I want to drink it. That's the
Good.
moment I prepared.
So were you more in the mindset of that Lore would definitely be the, like, in what order of the group did you think was the higher probability for someone to drink it? So like Lore would be like, yeah, Lore's the highest on this ladder.
No, you don't understand. I know what the blight juice is. I know everything about that. It was not in my radar at all that anyone in the party would want to drink it. You guys got it, and Lore's like, I'm gonna drink some of that, and I'm like, wait, the fuck happens then? And I had to think
Don't know
very
you very well,
quickly.
Michael.
I had to think very quickly in the moment of what it would be, and then Velky managed to convince Lore not to drink the whole thing.
But I mean, after that, like
Oh, after that, 100%.
after that, once you got it to simmer inside of you and be like, well, there's a possibility these fuckers are gonna down this shit.
Order of most
regret
probable
not
to
drinking
least
all of it.
probable would go Lore, Keiko, Kashana, Onate, Zin, Velky.
That's fair.
Yeah. It's a valid
Yeah, so
list.
that's basically that, you know? You know?
Very cool.
Yeah.
You can move on now.
I like I said, I 100% expected it after Lore said he wanted to, and I had to do a very quick thoughts of the results of that, and in the moment I was like, wait, would that be a 1-up? Because that's kind of fun.
Okay, I have one more question then. So did you already have it that the souls were in the blight juice, or were the blight juice, or whatever?
Yes. Yes.
So
100%.
so you had that down.
Yeah, I had that down. That's why I'm like, so like I know exactly what it is. I know there's souls in there, what the exact process of all of that and why and how and everything is still a mystery to you guys, but there are souls in those bottles. I knew that in the get-go. The question was then, what happens when you drink it? And I took some very strong inspiration from Junji Ito. There's one story he did where a person was literally spending years in their dreams. It has one of probably the best jump scares that you can have in a manga when you turn a page. It's really good. I definitely suggest everybody reading I think it's called The Long Sleep. I can't remember entirely. It's a really good one. It was basically like that, where it's just like, okay, you experience that soul's life for the most part, give or take, kind of more unabridged version in some cases. In some cases it's very deliberate. Like when Kashana first sniffed it, she had the very vivid look at that tree, right? That was just a very prominent memory that got pulled up. The one that Lore had was about a month of Tander's life. And then when Kashana drank the whole thing, obviously you then get all of it. And it's not always great because, I mean, how much of your life can you remember? Can you remember every single detail of it? No, you forget things get hazy. But it's also a soul, so it's still experience. So it's kind of up to the viewer's interpretation of how exactly that's experienced and thought of. But at the end of the day, you do kind of feel that way. At the end of the night, you feel that, oh, I didn't sleep at all in any sense. So I just took very strong inspiration in the moment and have kind of run with it a little bit on the terms of what it means to drink it. Because no, I did not expect anybody to drink it when I first created it. So
Did you have an idea then of how we would discover that it was souls, or was that something that you just had and it was just like...
Yeah, I had my own ways of bringing that out, or you guys discovering it yourselves.
I'm assuming this is a very important story beat to have discovered, just not in a conventional way that you may have imagined.
No, it's it's definitely prominent, and I had a couple different ways that it could be brought up. Probably a little later it would have been brought up. Well, I guess depends on like where you guys go, what you guys do, like whose storylines you decide to follow at what given moment. Obviously, anything with the church is highly Velky stuff. So like, depending on how much you want to follow Velky's plot threads, would depend on when this kind of thing would come into play. Though, I mean, Kashana and Velky's plot threads are now a little intertwined a bit, simply because Kashana's end goal of like what's outside the barrier. Like,
I think that was a strong tie-in for them. Yeah,
so it's just like, so you have a character whose plot is all about the church and his life and all that stuff, what's going on there, and you have this new character that is very much like, I think we're trapped in here, how can I break this barrier when the church is the one that put up the barrier? It's like there's a very strong, these two things could kind of lead into each other. And I think almost every character could have ties with others if we wanted to look into it really deep. I mean, Springpeek is huge, but it's not that big. So, and I mean, you're both from around the same area. Like there's Kashana and Velky are tied in a couple different ways. But yeah, no, I definitely had plans for how this kind of thing would be brought up. Whether it's a good or bad thing is still to be determined. It really depends on views and what you guys find out. The church has been doing rituals for a long time, and after a long time, things kind of get lost in translation, you know? Kind of like real world Bible isn't quite exactly what it was when it was first written. Yeah.
I mean, I not wrong. That's sort of a stretch, but I mean, you're not wrong. I understand what you're trying to say.
I am never wrong.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, I'm never wrong. Well, let's move on to the next session that we did. That, of course, being session 29. Oh, no, I'm not doing that one. Nope, not that one. That'd be bad. We're just going to do the normal version.
Yeah,
there we go.
Did you try and do the GIF? Because, oh boy, did your stream ever go, ha ha, fuck you.
Yeah, no, the GIF was, it was the GIF of only the glitch part, not the one where it sits for a while and then glitches. So I'm just like, no, that would give headaches to everybody. And we're not putting that in there. And here, I'll have it for you in a second here, Jer.
Nice.
There we go. Also, congratulations to me. I finally figured out how to make it so that your names aren't appearing.
Yes, I see that.
Took a while.
Watching that experience.
Yeah.
Multitask. But anyway, here, we were just talking about them, is Tander and Girlfriend.
Does she actually have a name? Did I ever learn her name?
You know what? You would absolutely know what her name is.
Okay, God, what's her name?
100%. I'll get back to you on that.
Watch it be Rose.
No, it's not Rose. I don't know. I have to go through my naming conventions for the half-elves and decide. I will talk about, because we talked about with Calli yesterday, Mel and I, when Mel wanted to draw this, she'd asked me, what does Tander look like? And I said my inspiration points for Tander is Hiccup from How to Train Your Dragon mixed with Leonardo DiCaprio's Romeo.
Hmm.
And then for his girlfriend,
I can see it, but that's an interesting way to.
It's a combination.
Yeah, it's an interesting combination.
What you said.
And then his girlfriend inspiration is Merida from Brave if she was a half-elf. And then Mel pointed out that there was the big thing on Tumblr about the big, like, animation
shipping.
crossover shipping things, and Hiccup and Merida was absolutely a ship back then. And I did
Michael
not intend
has
that.
now recreated it here.
Yeah, I didn't intend for that to happen, but it sure did. Yeah, but that's kind of what that was. Anyway, I also wrote the poem for the side there. Just big collaboration on this one. Mel, of course, really hits it home, especially with the death version.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Just I as selfish as it is, I love when the NPCs get used for banners.
I don't think that's selfish at all. And honestly, this was the one banner that, like, there's been a couple that have made me very, like, feel a strong emotion. Like, when we did the Keiku feathers, I felt very proud, and I felt, like, this kind of motherly feeling of, like, oh, my baby. But, and every time I see, like, Kashana somewhere, I get, like, a little bit of joy. But this one is probably the strongest one for me. And it honestly makes me very emotional to see them.
Yeah. Well, I know as hard as it will be to go back to Risen, you can definitely look into who these people are, and I'll try to have a name for her next time you ask. I definitely didn't have a full thing for her prepared since it was Tander who kind of was the spotlight of that moment.
Yeah, she needs a name, man.
She does need a name.
Gotta track her family down, and possibly her. Who knows?
Yeah, I can't believe she doesn't have a name. Like, ooh, Tander's so thought out. But this...
Heroine B is just...
Yeah, there is this girl who's got no name. She's important, maybe, but, like... fuck her anyways. No name.
I try my best. I try my best, you know. I do a lot of work. I don't fully think everything out all the way. I still haven't got all the gods and everything set up, you know. Just I try.
Mostly just teasing you.
You're doing
You're
such a
fine.
good job. Like, honestly, this story beat is so well done. It should be something that you're very proud of.
Mm-hmm.
It was a long
I'm
time
just
waiting.
teasing
I
you.
was
You're
I
fine.
was sitting on this since you guys first brought it up way back when.
Where we drink the blight juice?
Yeah,
Yeah.
basically I'm just like I'm sitting on Tander the whole time, just being like, it's just sitting there waiting for Lore to drink him, and then it was Kashana.
Well, now
I literally
here's-
regret not drinking at all, okay? Velky made him scared, and I regret this
that's
because I
fair.
wanted to drink it all, and then Velky was like, look, it's gonna burn my
and
pinky
and
finger
so
off,"
far,
and I was like,
Lore is the
fine."
one that could benefit from the one up the most.
I know, he dies all the freaking time.
Here's a question: is we contemplated how Velky would handle that, which we all have decided probably not well, but from a different standpoint of how would that affect his beliefs and all that.
Mhm.
How would Lore have handled drinking the blight juice and having the dream and getting the one up and all that shit?
I'm gonna be real with you, I actually have no idea. I feel like he would have taken it, like, one step at a time. I have tried thinking about this. This isn't something that I haven't ever thought about. I just genuinely have no idea what he'd do. Like, he would probably be shook a little bit because, I don't know, what are you supposed to do when you absorb somebody else's, like, soul? But I don't think he'd be, like...
Would there
so
be a bit
bothered
of
by
a bit of an identity crisis?
No, I don't think so. I think he would be... Like, I don't think it would be that big of a deal, but I do think he'd definitely be interested. I think he would try to find who these people were, but not in the same way that I'm predicting Kashana will already.
Right.
I think he'd just go to archives or library or something, not find her family. Or
They
his
would
family.
approach it very differently. I definitely see what Jericho
100%.
is saying.
Yeah, they would take it on a more
Approach it like a normal
academical level.
Yeah, I
And
feel like, yeah, what you were saying there, Jerry, is correct. Like, I feel like Lore would look at the archives and look for records, and would never even contemplate actually going to find either the family or some sort of actual human person, whatever, to talk to and be like, "Hey, have you known this person?
Well,
I
I feel like
dreamt
he'd
about
be
them once."
I feel like he'd be interested, and I feel like he would be very, like, invested and even, like, try to, like, find out more, but I feel like he wouldn't want to, like, pry into their, like, business.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't mean that in a bad way. I just know he approaches things in a, like, significantly different way than Kashana does, and so I feel like he'd just do it with a little bit more discretion.
He has a little more of stealth and finesse, whereas Kashana is the one that bulldozes her way in and then uses her charm to be like, "You don't see the broken china in the background," and you go, "Yeah, I don't see nothing.
You're right. I don't
worry
see
about it.
that over
Right.
there.
It's always been that way."
Don't worry
But this
about
session
it.
brought us into Pinecrest. You are now officially to the first episode or first city in Freya Noon. Kashana is closer to her mother than she's ever been in a long time.
Mm-hmm.
But her focus is very much more on the ruins at the moment. We'll do the quick things out of the way first. Laura got a ferret.
Yeah, he got a ferret.
You feeling good about that ferret?
I'm so excited to see if there's anything up with this ferret, because... Gotta know. I know it's not a normal ferret. I actually do genuinely know this.
Do you hope that it's like Mister from the campaign 3, where he's got like some sort of firepower, or like
I
he,
can super vibe with that. I would love if he could, like, hold himself in a battle. I can almost guarantee he's not going to be in very many battles. I wanted him to not be in the last one.
Please
That
don't
didn't
put
happen.
please don't put your ferret into any battles.
I don't want him in battles. I want him to specifically out of battles.
You have to train him to run away.
How to train your ferret.
From me? No, I'm not letting him just run away.
But no, like he can run away and be like hide, and then he'll know exactly like what to do. And then you could have a signal where you're like, okay, you can come back.
Yeah. Oh, I'm gonna train the hell out of this ferret. He's gonna be a performance ferret. This ferret gonna live life.
Gonna live
Matt-
life like Lore does.
Matt
Yeah.
has a point. You should take this ferret to the bunks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Take him to Freya's ambition.
Mhm.
Get a punchy ferret.
Mhm.
Yeah. So, you definitely think something's up with this ferret.
Yeah.
Was it when I said, "Hey, do you want there to be something up with this ferret?"
Yeah, I was gonna say it's because you explicitly asked me if you wanted it to be a regular ferret.
I did. I knew you wanted a ferret, so I did everything in my power to give you a ferret in a very fun way. And then afterwards, I'm just like, so do you want it to just be a ferret, or do you want something up with the ferret? So now there's something up with this ferret. There could have not been, but now there is.
Oh god, I can't wait for it to be a god just being a ferret.
It's actually
Ferret god.
Oedicus.
Oedicus, no.
Oedicus is keeping a close eye on Kashana.
It makes a lot of sense because he's just a fucking weasel, that little bitch.
Nah, I'm not making it a god. You'll find out eventually, maybe,
Yeah, figured.
depending. But you guys also got to meet Madame Ina. How did you both enjoy your fortune teller readings?
I literally am obsessed with that. I loved it so
Mhm.
much. It was genius. It was great.
I love it. Love.
Good. Sitting on that for a long time. I hope you both got your answers that you were looking for in some way.
I went in expecting absolutely nothing. I was not joking when I said I had stupid questions. And then she was like giving real answers. And then I was like, I guess I'll ask something for real.
Turned out she was true. She was a true fortune teller, not a fake, not a...
Oh, I never doubted her. I just was going to be a goober. That's all.
Oh, Kashana went in there fully doubting. I did the insight check. I was like, is this bitch for real?
Yeah. Yeah, no,
But
she was
I
real.
think Kashana got what she wanted, so we're all happy.
Good.
Yeah, Lord definitely got probably more than what he was looking for, which is super cool.
Yeah, that probably came out of nowhere for Lore.
Yeah, a little bit.
I'm excited to continue down that path, though. I've been wanting to start that for a while. Yeah. Too bad no one remembers what she looks like.
Yep.
Yeah. It happens, you know.
I don't remember people's faces in normal life anyways. So it doesn't really matter that much.
Laura
You
didn't even
expect
get
me
to
to
see her
imagine.
face.
Yeah, both of you assume I'd remember regardless.
I will say, Callie, did you go back and listen to them?
No, I did not.
Okay. So for Velky's, Velky got asked, I think Mel brought it up about being asked if there was something that Velky was trying not to see or didn't want to be seen. And since Madame Ina 100% wears a blindfold, I wanted Velky to call her out on that. And be like, well, why do you wear a blindfold? Didn't happen. And that's fine. There's still more chance for that to come up. But
Since they made friends with one another.
yeah. Bold of me to think that he would. Hey, it was a fun one. When I was making this scenario, I was just like, there's some fun things that could come up. The main ones were definitely the ones I wanted to go in there 100% were Velky, Lore, and Onates. But I also feel like they're probably the ones that need it the most. Kashana, I think, is kind of pretty confident in herself and her path. Whereas I think the others are kind of more of like looking for answers.
Yeah.
I think for Kashana, getting to do that was more of her being reaffirmed that she was on the right track, rather
Yeah.
than being like, "This is the way you must go, my child."
And Zin
And
is
Zin
Zin.
is Zin.
Yeah, Zin doesn't need questions or answers.
Because Zin is the question.
But no, yeah, like Kashana, I'm glad Kashana went in there. That was really good. It was a nice introduction. It definitely helped me doing that with you first, one-on-one.
Good practice.
Yeah. Before I got into like the more heavier things. But
Always
I mean,
glad to be the test subject.
yeah.
Yeah, guinea pig.
Rose coming in there. I was not expecting Anates to have done his little delve into the self literally just hours before. So it mostly turned into me just being like, yeah, no, keep going, but also be careful. Yeah. So no, I'm glad everyone enjoyed that.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe she'll reappear one day.
I would love
Maybe.
that. Hope she does.
When you're ready for her, she'll be there. Or here. I don't know. We'll see how it works.
She'll be somewhere.
I think I brought it up after game, but I can bring it up here again that with the whole only one may enter, if two people tried to go in at the same time, it would be a contested wisdom roll.
Mm-hmm.
And
I would have lost.
whoever loses just kind of feels compelled to stay out.
That's cool.
You know what's
No, you
funny? I'm gonna bring this up since we're talking about wisdom. Is so Kashana has the worst wisdom, but because of my race, I have advantage on wisdom saving throw. I just find that hilarious every time you bring up a wisdom save or something. I'm like, yeah.
And then after that, Kashana,
Oh, no.
you're getting some new armor.
Did I mention my wisdom is very low, but my intelligence is very high, and sometimes they don't communicate.
What compelled Kashana to say, yes, I can enchant?
Well, a couple of things.
Mm-hmm.
One, pride. The pride of trying to haggle down a price and not making much headway. It's definitely a thing of pride. Yes, a discount, Matt. Shut the fuck up. She loves a good bargain, and she loves getting shit for free. So pride was a big one. The other thing was to look good in front of the group, and she knew that this was gonna backfire, but oh boy. Cause she would like, I think, for the group to see her at her best, because they see her a lot at her worst.
Right.
And to be able to be like, oh yeah, I know what I'm doing. And then everyone being like, no, you're full of shit. She's definitely feeling a little shitty. But also she just couldn't back down. So it was also, the third part would be her stubbornness of being like, well, I guess I'm
dug my
committed
grave.
now.
Yeah, I mean, what's the worst can happen, really?
She couldn't pedal her way back out, so.
Well, I mean, you still get to go there. You still have to go there. You got to pick up your armor, and we got to get Lore's sword. The +1 sword.
Then maybe I will stop being bad at hitting. That would be cool.
Maybe, yeah.
I just would
Hopefully.
like to have some more protection,
Yeah.
please.
Protection for 2.
Yes, please.
And then we got into a fight that immediately almost killed you.
Yep. That's the thing. She was holding on to that second slot just to Misty step the fuck out if she needed to. She knew.
I do now have written on my computer monitor everybody's half health number, so I know when you guys need to take the Constitution saves to not be stunned, and if you fall down with that much from that much health. I now know for sure without having to be like, hey, was that half your health?
Nice.
Yeah.
Probably good plan.
I've been meaning to have that for a long time, and I also mean to have written up on my computer monitor for you guys is like passive insights and perceptions and stuff.
Yeah, those would be good.
Whenever it comes up, I do just check your sheets, but it'd be easier just to have it there on hand.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Getting better at this DM thing as we go.
Yeah, it's good practice. You're doing great.
Yeah, thanks. A lot of fun NPCs in Pinecrest so far, I think.
Mm.
Do you guys have any questions about that session or anything about it?
I think I don't have much. Did you expect us to do more shopping than we did?
I mean, you guys are still doing shopping technically.
Yeah, but I mean, did you expect us to be... I know the answer to this, but I'm gonna ask it anyway. Did you expect us to be at least halfway done shopping by now?
Yeah, I definitely thought it was going to be a session in Pinecrest.
Nope.
One stop.
We told you how much shopping we had to do, Michael. We told you.
Yeah. No, that's totally fair. I mean, we also had the stop of Onate's finding out what's going on with his cloak. I wanted this to be just a little, you know what, you get a rest after Morganwald, you buy some new equipment. I literally gave you a ton of money and stuff to sell if you want. I also brought down the price of magical items by a shit ton. Just so you guys can get the +1s and buffs and other fun things. But yeah, no, I kind of expected shopping to be done by now. We're going to have another shopping episode, which is fine. I love that you guys get to do this.
I don't think we have that much left, because all I can think of is we need to get to the bookstore. I need to do my enchanting, not enchanting. And I would also like to try and find maybe potions.
Okay, so that's going to be about an hour and a half of roleplay.
Yep.
Yeah, I literally just need books, but that's probably what's going to take the longest. Because I'm not joking when I say I have a handful of books that I need.
Yeah, so it's probably going to be another session in Pinecrest, which is fine. I love it. Especially since the next 2 stops at Hawk Crescent, and then if things go well there, it's straight off to Ruin's Edge. But if it's not, then you guys have other stops to make, I guess. So, yeah. we're gonna have some heavy sessions of probably battles coming up.
Can't wait.
Yeah, don't you love battles?
Love it.
Maybe if I can hit, we'll see.
Yeah, I do feel bad every time you and Zin roll, and I'm just like, oh no, sorry, that doesn't hit.
Okay, here it comes. Nope.
Need to do more buffing. Maybe Laura's meant to be a buffing bard.
Maybe.
Doing all the
also,
bonus action inspirations.
hitting is fun. I only have Bardic Inspiration and I forget what the other one's called, but it's one of my ones with the creation class.
Yeah, you have some neat things with that inspiration, don't you? Let me look them up.
I don't even remember.
I know you don't have cards for them because they don't make cards for that kind of stuff.
No, and I use my cards more than I use D&D Beyond.
Yeah. My campaigns, Springpeek, lore, edit lore plus 10 sword.
Is that what it's listed
No,
as?
no, I should just do that.
Like, what?
Other. Bardic Inspiration. Yeah, there's that. Performance of Creation. As an action, you can create one non-magical item of your choice.
I was trying to figure out how to use it in the last game, but it just didn't work as I wanted it to.
The maximum value of the item is 80 gold pieces, and it lasts for 2 hours. You could sell shit like that.
Yeah, I didn't know that part. I'm gonna be real with you.
Like, it sounds like it will... No, it doesn't say anything about it disappearing.
That's cool. I didn't know that. That's sick. I thought I read it well. I guess I didn't.
No, I definitely would have thought it disappears after the 2 hours. Oh, it does say it lasts for 2 hours. So I guess, yeah, it would vanish after 2 hours. My mistake.
But I could sell it before that time.
Oh, for sure. Every long rest, you got an 80 gold piece item.
Hell yeah.
So there's a thought. That also means, like, in a moment, you could create some pretty strong weapons that aren't magical.
Mm-hmm.
And then otherwise,
That's really cool.
Your bardic inspiration can get special things like temporary hit points, attack roll bonuses. The target and each creature of your choice that you can see within 5 feet of it must succeed on a con saving throw or take thunder damage.
Hell yeah, thunder damage.
You love thunder.
I love thunder. That's gonna be his thing. I'm trying to make it his thing already.
Yeah, we'll see what we can do to make sure this is up front for you, because these are some nice things you could do. Not as much a buffing bard, but I mean, hey, being able to create items.
Mm-hmm.
You can make fireworks.
I can. Okay, wait. I can make fireworks.
Yeah, of course. Once per long rest.
Do that?
Like with your with that thing we were just talking about, the performance of creation.
Yeah, no,
Fireworks,
I didn't know that was an option.
Yeah, fireworks are a non-magical item. You could just make a firework. Once, but you know.
Calli, do you know what this means?
What does this mean?
I can have so many fireworks.
Oh, fuck yes!
Oh my goodness.
Oh
I didn't
my
know that was an
God.
option.
What if we just stockpiled a bunch of them?
They disappear
we
after 2
should,
hours.
and then we'll-
Oh,
Okay, listen. We could buy a bunch of fireworks, and then we could
Mhm,
make a bunch also with my creation thing, and then we could literally just start a fire.
The
know what
maximum
this makes me
size
think
of
of?
the item is medium. When you reach 6th level, it becomes large, and at 14th level, it becomes huge. When you're at the 14th level in 3 or 4 years, you could make a single huge firework.
Oh, Michael, your belief in us.
Yeah, thanks, Michael.
But no, this makes me think of a great thing called Fluffernutter.
Oh gosh.
Yeah,
It's gonna be our own
Mark
kind of
campaign
fluffernutter.
Fluffernutter.
Lord can make the super F-bomb. Oh my god.
like it's
Matt, that's
already
only a
kind of
joke
been
you
done,
and
though.
I'll get.
I feel like it already is kind of our fluffernutter, though, you know?
It is.
Yeah, it is. Yeah, okay. So, fun things. Fun things for lore.
Make explosion.
Very fun things.
Now we go into the latest session, which of course means another banner prompt.
Yeah.
Episode
No word I was trying to say. It didn't work out.
30. And I'll have it sent to you in a second, Jer.
So good.
The group telling Onates that he's Onates. How many times must this boy be told that he is him?
At least one more time.
At least. Hopefully he's good. Hopefully he understands now that there's nothing wrong with him.
I have a
Nothing wrong with him.
question.
He's perfect.
What is everyone's favorite part of this banner?
That's a good question.
I think my favorite part of it is getting to see Zin hold the feather.
Yeah, I'm a little bit biased. My favorite is definitely Lore, because he just looks like a little bean. He's just a little guy.
Just a little guy.
He's just a little guy.
See, I also want to go bias, but as I look at it, I think my favorite part is the expression that Velky makes is just perfect for it. Like, just this caring emotion, and I just love it.
Looking at this now, it never occurred to me how many characters have vests or vest-like clothing.
We're very vesty.
Very best based.
It's a very vest-based game. But no, you're called the court.
I
Or
think my
you're
favorite part
workshopping
ever
the
is
court.
trying to get Mel to draw Laura's stupid shirt.
Oh yeah, Matt points out in so many ponytails. Ante's the only one without a ponytail.
Can we get
Oh,
art
no.
of Hanate's in a ponytail, please?
Yeah,
Well,
Anastasia needs a
as
ponytail now.
Ante's levels up, his hair gets longer, so maybe one day we'll get...
One day it'll just be 5 ponytails.
Yeah. That's why Keiko had to leave.
Yeah,
She couldn't have a ponytail.
no ponytail.
Mel says she drew the shirt wrong again. She forgot the little drapes across the front.
That's okay.
How detailed is this shirt?
When you make a very intricately designed clothing and then you're like, wait, now I gotta draw this. My mistake.
It's not even intricate, it's just stupid.
Yeah.
Dumb design is superior design.
Does anybody like ever redesign their characters in their head? Just like I've been in the shower sometimes and I just think about Kashana and how I would like change her design.
Oh, 100%. Not that it's a bad design, I just want to like upgrade it and stuff, which I feel like we just have to level up and get through it.
Yeah, when you get to level 5.
Will we ever be
Yeah,
level
God.
5, Michael? Yeah? Yeah, Michael?
You will be level 5 eventually.
But when? When, God?
After the ruins, obviously.
God, that's gonna take us like another 6 months.
Yeah, have you met us?
Have you met your D&D group?
Well, listen, we got some good progress done by doing weekly sessions. Clearly, we just need to do weekly sessions.
I mean, yeah, I could have told you that a long time ago.
Yep.
But some
that-
people
that-
need breaks.
I offered to do the banner, man.
Or maybe if we talk about it and maybe we do what we did this time and do a couple sessions in a row and then one Springkeep and then a couple sessions in a row and we just do kind of like shift work. 2 on, 1 off. Or 3 on, 1 off. I don't know. We'll discuss it. We'll see what we can do.
Yeah, Matt says do it the new Critical Role way, 3 weeks, then a break.
Yeah, no, it isn't just Mel that needs a break. Honestly, Rose needed today off as well. So
Oh no, I was just completely joking.
Yeah, no,
I
we're just-
don't think I could do it every week.
I would love to, but oh boy, that's a commitment.
well,
Yeah, I'm
we'll
like in
talk.
theory, funness, yes. In
I don't need a
tiredness,
break.
Probably not.
What's a break? I don't get breaks. I've never taken a break in my life. Yeah. I want to get to campaign 2.
Yeah, I'm waiting. Let me out.
Sometimes I do need a break to make more material. I just had a really big, sorry for punching the mic. I just had a really big like inspiration boost a while ago and just got sessions and sessions and sessions of material all at once.
Yeah, but you didn't realize how slowly we would burn through those session materials.
Yeah, so that's why I'm like, maybe we do multiple sessions in a row. We'll see how everyone feels about that.
Yeah.
Everyone likes the double session, so maybe 2 on, 1 off would be good. I don't know. We'll talk about it.
Those are good options, though.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. That way people can keep playing and get through more. Because I feel like now we're really in the stride of the characters and their stories. Where it definitely feels like everyone's wanting to play more often.
Yeah, no, I agree.
I've gotten really into it. It's like really good.
Yeah. So I guess I can get rid of this banner now.
Yes, you can. That was a sound he made.
Yeah.
That was a sound.
Mel says she's fine with 2 on, 1 off.
I mean, always bring it up to the group and see what everyone thinks.
Yeah, I mean, the only one who's
Yeah.
not here is Rose.
Listen, Matt, we like to role play.
Listen, roleplay is definitely the most fun. I love combat. It's just hard because I feel bad when I hit you guys really hard, but then I feel bad when you guys just it's too easy, so I'm just like, no, I hurt you, and then oh no, it was too boring.
I love when you hit hard, honestly. Like, I find that fascinating and then makes me think of, like, okay, strategies. Like, what can we do?
I also like getting hit hard. It's fun.
Mhm.
I do not strategize though. I just roll and hope I hit it, and I usually don't hit it. And then I get hit really hard and die again.
I mean, it's nice that you're getting stronger now, and you do have spells that will hit no matter what. It just was unfortunate it was against Displacer beasts that
Yeah, no, I know.
have rough that are like good against that.
No,
I
know,
enjoyed the
definitely
Displacer
definitely.
beasts though.
Yeah, Matt's got a
Yeah,
point. The
they're pretty cool.
2v1 with Zin and Kashana. Oh my god, that was so much fun.
Yeah, I'm definitely trying to expand the idea of what battles can be. Obviously, that was stemmed a long time ago. And like, what if the battles were actually a sport, and thus Thunderball was created?
Mhm.
But like that, yeah, that 2v1 was interesting. That wasn't the initial plan, but it made it fun, and the gimmick of the spinning training dummies. I'm definitely going to try and keep the combat kind of interesting and have different ways you can go about it or have gimmicks to them, because I think it's fun when the combat encounter and the environment itself is different.
No, I agree. I think you just got to look at it and think about it from like a video game standpoint of like, if I was playing this, how would I want it to kind of work out? What kind of options would I want to make it more fun?
Mm-hmm.
And like what you did with the 2v1 there with that was so much fun.
And then the 3v1 and then the 3v2.
Mm-hmm.
And you guys got the medals for it.
Yeah, that was fun.
So now you don't have to pay to get into Thunderball.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
it's probably for the best.
probably.
Yep.
It wasn't going to be super expensive, just, you know.
Yeah, I didn't think it was gonna be that expensive. Wasn't worried about that, but it does just like it's kind of nice.
You won on a technicality. Well, yeah, but I mean, still a win.
don't
I
care
still
for the
liked it.
Technicality, yeah.
Yeah. And maybe you can meet
Winning
up
by
with them again
technicality is
someday.
good.
Also made me realize I really love the idea of a tabaxi monk. So whenever I make a monk, it's going to be a tabaxi.
I mean, tabaxis are my favorite race.
They're good.
They're good.
So good.
I kind of have this image in my head of a sumo wrestler style tabaxi monk.
That's amazing.
Be like one of those like really like fat cats.
Yeah, like a really
little
fat
mouse
cat. Yeah.
Or big orange one, you know.
That
how
was
male
that was
cats
one of my ideas for
have, like,
your
those big
game, Jer.
jowls.
But I ended up sticking to sorcerer and paladin this time around. But yeah, no,
I
I
love
definitely.
both of your characters, but I also just love the idea of an orange cat. You know, like how male cats get those big old jowls and stuff.
Yeah,
Like that.
yeah. I want
know
to
what I'm
be a
talking
big
about.
fat cat with that punches things really hard.
That'd be sick.
He kind of, the thought of that just reminds me of Nino Cooney with the king.
Yeah.
Every time I think of Tabaxi Monk, I think of Tigress from Kung Fu Panda.
Yeah.
But when you added the sumo part, that's where because I did think of Kung Fu Panda, and then when you thought like the sumo part, my brain went to Nino Cooney.
Yeah.
I just love Nina Cooney a lot.
So yeah, that's definitely going to be a character of mine at some point. Is Fat Cat Monk. Yeah.
I love that.
I need like to play 6 more games.
I know.
Yeah, same. Like a
uh,
million characters.
We all
at
need to just
times.
be like Rose and somehow find time in our days to play at least 1 session every day.
okay, so I know everyone said that like 2 on 1 off would be good, but what if we played 5 days in a row?
I would do it though. That's the thing.
Yeah. I would make it work.
I definitely am like, I gotta play more D&D, but it's like, oh man, streaming's a lot. I got a lot of streaming to do.
Yeah.
But also because Rose is already in so many games, it's not like she can join us in so many other games.
She needs to abandon those games and come play it with us.
Yeah, our
Yeah, our
group is the
games
only
are
one
more
that
fun.
matters.
Yeah.
Because we're here.
Matt,
Yeah.
just quit your job. You don't need a job.
Yeah.
We'll start.
You live at home.
We'll
You
start
don't need
our
a job.
own. We'll start our own D&D gaming company.
We'll
We'll be
start
the new
Canadian
Critical Role. We'll start.
Role.
Yeah, we'll start a whole new Twitch channel, and every night is just a different D&D campaign run by one of us.
I actually love
Okay,
this
but
idea.
that would be amazing.
I love this.
There's
Yeah,
6 of
same.
us, so I mean,
One day off.
everyone gets one day off a week from DMing.
It's just a day off for everybody to chill out and have a beer and.
That'd
go
also be a
sit
fun way to like experiment with other games entirely. It doesn't always have to be D&D.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Try some of the other
one day
stuff.
I'd
we could
like
play
to
Call
play
of Cthulhu.
Could
the-
do
one
Call
day
of
I wanna play the
Cthulhu.
Fate system.
I do want to try that Avatar: The Last Airbender one that Matt bought because I
Play
love
Fate.
Avatar.
But like Fate. Play the Fate system.
See, we have so many options.
Yeah. So, any other questions, you guys? We're kind of wrapping up here.
I have a question for you.
Okay.
I had a couple questions, but I gotta pick my favorite one. Okay, if you could give each character a pet, what would it be? What would you give everybody? If there was more than one animal, what would they get?
If all
Ow.
the animals had more than one animal,
There was one more animal, and everybody could get one, what would they be? What would be the animals you'd get for everybody?
Ooh. Conventional pets?
Doesn't matter.
I mean, you can go buck wild with this, man.
Yeah.
It's D&D. We can do whatever.
Yeah.
My ferret literally is maybe not a ferret. Like, I don't think there's any rule to this.
Like, literally, they had a bear in campaign 1 for Critical Role. Like, go off.
That's
Yeah,
true. I don't feel like Kashana would have a pet.
What do you mean? I have lore.
I mean, when you said that, the first thing I always
already
thought was,
pet.
do we just put a collar on Lore?
See, and that's why I was kind of skeptic of whether you'd let us even get a pet, because I'm already the pet.
Yeah. I'm so glad everybody agreed
Yeah.
with this.
Like, that was my first thought. Otherwise, I feel like Kashana would probably have like a dire wolf. Something very loyal, which I know is more Anastasis thing, but I feel like Kashana herself, being so set and confident and sure, would have a pet that is very loyal and swift and strong.
I'm going to interject here and say I agree, but I also thought of a hawk.
Yeah. Well, like I said, Kashana reminds me of a bird before. So there was that. I'm just gonna go down my list of things here. I kind of skipped one. Anastasis would probably get a pet rock. No. But it would actually move,
Find one in the
obviously.
woods.
It would be like one of those little like a
Would
little
it be like a rock crab thing?
no rock lobster.
Rock lobster.
Lobster.
No, I was thinking, you know the Talus from Breath of the Wild?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
The rock golem things? Just a little one of those. A little one of those follows Anastasis around.
Dude,
That's so
give that to him anyways. That's so
do it.
rad.
We'll just force it upon him when we find it. Put it in
Yeah.
Ruin's Edge. We'll find one and we'll just be like, you have to take this. It's your son now.
Anastasis gets a child.
Make it happen, God.
Forcibly.
Velky gets a hamster.
Interesting.
It also has only one eye, though.
Oh. Is it the opposite eye?
Yeah, of course. It's the left eye.
Cute.
I kind of just love that for Mel.
Yeah.
Mhm.
And Zintris gets a cat.
What kind of cat, though? You can't just say cat, Michael.
Um,
Unacceptable answer. What kind of
well,
cat?
I don't know cat breeds. I don't know cat genres.
Just describe the cat.
It could be any color, and I'll tell you what
It
genre.
would
of
probably
cat
be
it
black
is.
and white though, to match his
Tuxedo
own
cat or
color
just
scheme.
regular black and white.
What?
A tuxedo cat or just a regular black and
Oh.
white cat?
I didn't hear the word tuxedo, so I thought there was something really different in that first one.
What did you think of
I think tuxedo cat. Something that looks prim and proper, but like can swipe at you.
Yeah, I could see tuxedo. They're a little fancy, but also not. They're also just goobers.
Yeah.
I feel like the cat would act like it's just like this very regal, and would act like it's higher than the rest of the other pets, and then also would be the one that like falls off the wall.
Exactly.
Well, if you just assume I'm not going to train Marigold to be frickin'
Why not a naked
Usually-
cat?
better life. Best life.
So yeah,
Best
so
life.
that's where we go. We got a pet rock, we got a dire wolf, we got a disabled hamster, we already got the weird ferret, and we got a tuxedo cat.
Velky
Weird
wants a
is
naked
best.
cat. That's what Mel just said.
Yeah.
I could see that for him. Maybe he's hypoallo.
Mm-hmm.
Balky, not the cat.
I would honestly love either the dire wolf or the hawk. The hawk would be great because he could be like a messenger bird.
Yeah, oh, that would be really cool, actually.
Hey, Michael,
Yeah.
can I have a hawk?
If you can find it and buy it.
Amazing.
Just catch one. We'll just capture a wild hawk. See what
Hopefully we just didn't burn that bridge for the every pet guy.
happens. No, I think that's done.
Oh, I mean, you already bought his
I
pet.
think that's gone, yeah.
Damn it.
So we bought the pet.
You got every pet.
Lord, can I borrow your pet to turn it into another pet?
Absolutely not. Marigold is perfect the way he is.
Just have to cast another polymorph
I
on
draw
it.
the line at taking Marigold and changing him. Mm-mm.
Just cast polymorph on the ferret. Nothing bad will happen. So. Matt's still not entirely sure if that shop was actually on the up and up. I don't know what you're talking about. He
I mean,
had
I
his
guess-
wares that you bought. He absolutely sold you an animal. He said he was going to sell you an animal, and he did.
Oh, just something.
An animal. You got a ferret. Onatace talked to the ferret. It's
We'll
not.
see.
It's not like the ferret said, "I'm actually a person disguised as a ferret. I've been trapped in this body for 10,000 years." He was like, "I've been other things," which he was, specifically to you. So yeah.
You would say that to get out of answering anything about my ferret.
Yeah.
You can have Onatace talk to him more,
I will.
or you
So-
could talk to him.
I can't talk to him. I don't speak ferret.
Can't bards get speak with animals?
Oh, probably. That just means I have to actually take that spell.
Well, it sounds like a spell you should take.
Yeah.
Yeah, I guess I have to now. We'll see.
Man, the concept of speak with animals sure gets weird with farms.
Yeah. I'm like thinking about that too hard.
Matt, obviously that's the first thing everyone goes to, which is why I didn't do it. Obviously, you expect the scam to be that you buy it, it escapes, it goes back to him, and he sells it somewhere else. But maybe there's something else going on.
It's a good ploy, though.
It is a good ploy.
Maybe I've liberated this creature, though. Who knows?
Who knows? I mean, I do, but who knows?
I'm hoping I've liberated him. I hope he
Well.
stays. He's like, wow,
I
this person
think
is gonna
that's
actually
where
take
we
care of me.
wrap up for tonight.
Oh, okay.
Okie doke.
Thank you, Callie. Thank you, Jer, for sticking around with me through this.
Well, I
Yeah.
live with you. I kind of have to.
Yep, you're forced to do this with me. I have you at gunpoint.
By force.
There's a giant jigsaw trap downstairs that if you don't do this, it sets off.
Damn it, that's what that was? Oh, fuck.
Yeah, but you did it, so you don't need to worry about it. The key is down there somewhere. I can't remember where I put it though.
Okay, well.
Don't worry
Sure,
about it.
Teddy ate it.
Teddy probably ate it. Teddy is the jigsaw trap.
Mhm.
Bites on my toes. Yum, 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 yum. All right, but yes, thank you both. Next time we'll be back with more actual Dungeons and Dragons,
Dungeons and Dragons.
where we continue shopping. So thank you all, and bye bye.